Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be building I'm going to be demoing three types of automations that start with some type of form, go through data manipulation, and then output a desired result for your customers. So the three examples that I'm going to be building today are a auto construction quoter for residential construction companies. I'm then going to be doing a car care guide for car detailing businesses. And then I will finally be doing a personalized meal plan. And all three of these are generated from basically some type of customer entering in a form, and then that form being manipulated through a n8n workflow to then being output and either mailed directly to your customer or put back into your internal. The goal of this video is just going to show you the use cases of this technology and to maybe spark a bubble and see, oh, maybe like something like this could fit into my business. Let's start with the live build. So this is what the customer will see. They'll see quick construction quote. Get your estimate in 60 seconds. They'll put their name in, their phone number and email, what is the project type, the square footage, estimate, a project location, when are they hoping to start, and then tell us a little bit more about their project. So let's actually go into the Airtable. So here's that data. So I had a form entry already. Fake phone number, michaelscott@gmail.com. I have my name right here. Kitchen remodel. I have a couple of drop downs here. So maybe there's a whole home renovation, bathroom remodel. 250 square feet, 311 Northeast Bumper Street. And then they want to start next 30 days. And then here's a quick project description. So let's go into n8n to figure out how we're actually going to build something like this. Let's just do a create new workflow. Construction quoter black box. For demo purposes, we are going to link this up to a manual trigger, which means I'll just click something and it will execute. When I'm actually setting this up for a customer build, it'll basically all run automatically. So whenever a customer would submit that form, the system would automatically trigger without the need for anybody to be in the loop. So we'll just put that there just for testing. The next node we're going to want to grab is an Airtable node because we are going to want to be able to read that. We're going to look for search records. Cool. We're going to name this get form data. Boom. Okay, so right up here, if you don't already have an access token, you're going to have to go get one. Airtable makes it decently easy. You have to be on the $25 a month plan. You have to go to right over here in your account, and then you'll go to Builder Hub. You'll do create new token, add your scopes in here. So, I just want to give it everything. Okay, now I can do literally anything. You want to add the base that you want to interact with. So I'll say construction auto quoter. Give it a name. Delete me, because I'm just naming it that because you definitely do not want to share what this is about to pop up, but I'm going to share it anyway. So here's the token that you'll grab. Copy it. Go back to our new one, and I'll paste it right in there and click save. Boom! All right, now we're connected. So now when I go and click from base, it should pop up with your construction auto quoter base, and then we could say table 1. And from here, if I click test step, this data should now pop through. And here it is. So let's build on it a little bit more, shall we? Boom! We're going to call this set data. So this node is basically just going to standardize the JSON, the variables that you pull in. It's going to standardize it so it's easier for me to map it into different AI agents. We'll map that later. Kind of want to just build out the core nodes first. We'll grab an agent, call him quoter bot. We are going to require a specific output format. we're going to have define below for the user message. Go down here to system message and also put that in. And I will focus on prompting that in a second. Give this guy a brain. I've been using Open Router, which is like a standardized base for all different types of models. You can literally choose anything. Quen, Llama, Grok. It's pretty incredible. We don't need memory. We will need a parser. This will basically make it so it outputs in a very specific format. After that, we then do a HTML. And then finally, we'll just do a simple Gmail node, which will then finally send the message. Just do send quote, send quote. Boom, 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 boom. Always make sure to save your work. Okay, let's start with setting the data, getting that all set up. Okay, let's test that real quick and see what happens. So as you can see, it just pops it out a little bit cleaner here. Okay, QuoterBot. This is the fun. This is where we will probably enlist ChatGPT to build a prompt for ChatGPT. All right. Let's see what we got. So this is what's really important to note here, and you'll see it when I show you the meal plan generator that I built. To get an agent to output exactly what you want, in fact, we should probably put this to 4.1. ChatGPT 4.1 is supposed to be a lot better for agent use and following instructions, so we're going to try that. But you got to use something called a structured output parser, which basically is a tool that tells the agent exactly what output you want. So in this case, we wanted to put out stuff like this. This is just an example, so this would be different JSON variables. When you want it to actually output the specific thing, you need to make sure that the example that you give in the system message and the output parser, they need to be exactly the same. That's how I found it works best with guaranteeing each time it's actually outputting exactly what you want. The user message is where you want to put in all of your basically context. So we're going to stick in, here is the data from the customer form. Okay, now let's boom, map these to the system message. That needs to be a boom, square footage, project location, start date, project info. Cool. Okay, let's see what it output. If it just super simple. So basically we had the model based on just this really brief quote, or this really brief, like really bare bones prompt. Like if I was actually building this for a client in their construction company, I would give the agent access to a Google sheet full of lifetime material costs based on location that would be auto updating, so it could be really accurate with material costs. I would give them the agent access to data around past construction companies' projects to give it a more reasonable timeline based on that company's crew. So that's basically just a way to actually get it from just a generalized quote down to something that's more accurate. But for the case of this video, I just want to show kind of the incoming data and then having it be turned into a email ready template. So now that we got the agent outputting what we want, we're now going to build the template out. So I'm going to go to the output of this agent. That's the input. I just want to do the output. And I'm going to go take it to this guy, and I'm going to say, okay. It's now going to create a HTML template that I will be able to feed in the outputs from the agent, which will then basically make it the personalized quote. Now, and I probably actually will need to, let's see what it looks like. Nice, look at that. So here's a very simple project estimate. I need to actually feed in the stuff. So here we go, let's feed it in. So look at, so look at here, we'll start with project type. And we'll put kitchen week, we'll do project square, footage, 250, we'll do labor cost, we'll do material cost, total estimate, oh, timeline, price notes, we'll go ahead and set data, and then do timeline notes. If we test the step, let's see what it goes. Cool. Estimated clues, new cabinets, quartz countertops, lighting, stuff like that. So here is a super simple HTML output, or it's a super simple project estimate. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put that, I'm going to send it to my email. So let's say you wanted to send this right back to the customer. What you would do is you would go into here where it says phone number and email. And if I built the form a little bit better, I would make the email question its own. But you would just backfeed that into here and switch this to expression. So now it would only say michaelscott@gmail.com, and it would always send that to the correct email that was input. But for the sake of this video, I did not. Michael Scott is a fake email, so I'm just going to put my real one in so you guys can see it get delivered. Subject, well, I would like to actually, let's say, your quote for your kitchen. So see how I'll put, see how I put that variable there. So whatever project type it is, it will then pop up as the subject line for the email. Is ready. Okay, HTML, and then we just drag this HTML right into there. Hit, oh, this is, I don't know if this credential set up. Let's see. Yep, I need to quickly go and get my credential set up. I lost you guys for a second, but we're good. Signed it back in, so we should now work. Okay, now let's go check the Gmail. It just popped up as well. The quote for your, there it is. Your quote for your kitchen remodel is ready. Not too pretty, and we can work a lot more to make it prettier. But yeah, that's it. So this is the first demo of a system that takes a form and then puts it into turns it into some type of quote or estimate. The next one I'll show you is what I actually built for my car detailing business. So yeah, let's just go to that right now, I guess. Car care guide generator. So it follows very, very similar build. I mean, it's lead form data, incoming lead data, manipulate data, output it through an agent, feed that into a template, and then send it to an email. So in this case, this webhook is connected to a Zapier Zap that's connected to a Facebook lead form that I was running meta ads on. Basically, it said, car care is really hard to do, so I spent 10 hours creating personalized car care guides that you can claim within 10 seconds. So it's easy for you to see the data from this form, or the questions from this form, are as follows. So your full name, the email of the customer, customer's phone number, the car color, the make, model, year of their car, the type of seats, the biggest interior concern they had with their car, and then how often do they clean their car. So that data is then fed into an agent who has a very similar build. You'll see up here in the system message. This one is a lot more complex because this was production ready for my business. So the prompts are a little bit bigger, giving it context up there. And then here is the system message of how it needs to go about outputting the data and making sure it's accurate. So Test that step. Cool, cool, cool. Now you'll see, let's just go ahead and output that data. Boom. So here's your personalized car care guide for your Toyota Supra. The paint color is red, paint hardness is medium, paint thickness. Here is a quick section explaining paint protection. I was optimizing for an increase in ceramic coatings, so I was kind of teaching my customers about why paint protection is important. On to actually addressing their concerns about their car. So you'll see. So for interior care with the C type of leather and the biggest interior concern of child messes. For child messes, quick action is essential. Blot any liquids immediately and use mild detergents for cleaning sticky surfaces. Steam cleaning can help remove stubborn spots effectively. Consider using seat covers and spill-proof containers to prevent future messes and protect your leather seats from damage. Duh. And then something else I added for more customer personalization was I was in Pullman when I was running this business, and basically Pullman has very, very harsh seasons, very harsh winters, very harsh summers. So it's geo personalization to how they can protect their car. And then finally, I kind of have a call to action down here. So a link to my website, a number to call me at, and then, basically just more of my business. What was cool about this workflow is, and actually goes with all of these workflows, once you get the customer email and phone number, you can do a lot with that. You can start to really nurture and send them personalized messages, because now we know their pain points, right? Say you go back to your construction quoter, you know what they want. They want a kitchen remodel. So if they go dead or radio silent after their initial quote that was been given to them, you can drop them in a 30-day nurturing sequence and go high level that will send them personalized messages saying, hey, you still interested in getting that kitchen remodeled? Here are some quick tile specifications that we could use. Get them thinking about it, get them excited about it. In this case, I was sending them constant car care and car cleaning tips based on those problems that they were having. Right now it should pop up. And there it is in the email. That's what customers would get instantly. Based on, from just responding to my ad and filling out a form, it would trigger that sequence all automatically. And finally, let's go over how to, or I kind of want to show you the very complex one I built for a customer, which I don't know if it will work because it's been a while. I'll go ahead and I'll kind of just append that to the end of this video so you guys can kind of see. But just very similar thing, like customer fills out some type of form, form data is then answered, or form data is taken and manipulated and then sent right back to customer, or can be put into internal documents. But in this case, in all of these use cases, it's some type of guide or some type of something valuable for your customers to have. So yeah.
PM. We just finished up 5.5 hours of building. Still doing that meal plan generation thing, but pretty much actually got it done. So I just kind of auto-populated this. This is the form again. First name, last name, blah, 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 age. We have our weight, height, activity level. It's a little drop down here. So what's our goal? These all kind of coincide with his brand, and he's big into kind of cutting weight and staying healthy. And then a big list of dietary stuff. I'm allergic to nuts, and I also like high protein. Cool. Let's get that submitted and see what happens. So we're going to go over to the executions, and we should see it start to pop up here in a second. Boom! We are back, baby. All right, I'm going to quickly show you just this view first, just to kind of briefly walk through what this looks like or how it worked. So we got the webhook data that gets sent over. It's the Google form. This guy, again, he's making the meal calculations. So he's basically making the dietary macronutrient ranges for them. He feeds that into the meal plan composer guy. And I posted about this before. I was using like 3 other agents to evaluate it. It was not going great. So I just kind of did a code node that pretty much This just tests to see if all of them add up to a certain range. And if they do, then it passes it. And then we can keep moving along. Oh, and then, yeah, grocery list maker. And then it gets updated to an Airtable. I'm going to go show you the Airtable right now. So we have the Airtable. Okay, cool. So there's two main parts. There's the meal plan checking, which is where the guy who I'm building this for, he's basically going to be checking here to just kind of get a high level overview of the meal plans. Cool. Whatever, blah blah blah, a whole lot of yap. And then there's the JSON data, which is this is what's used to actually compile the HTML template. So the approved workflow will pull all of that stuff together, and it will make it. So from here, it's pretty cool. We can either click regenerate or approved. Approved will signal a send to the email. It will make the template and send to the customer. And regenerate, if he doesn't like it, will regenerate it and store all of the regenerated information just in these values, because it's just going to regenerate these table values, and then once it just kind of updates those, then the new generation, it will still pull from those existing table values to create the HTML template. So that's kind of how that works. Let's just flip this on. I think I'm running out of time. Boom, approved, and we should see that go. Yeah, 57 seconds. Here, hold on. Let's see if it pops up. All right, there she is, approved. That's gonna. Oh, it's already done. Cool. So it sent me the email, and this is what we got. Your meals. Oh, I gotta fix that. Some little stuff. We're launching Sunday or Monday, so pretty much there's going to be some more. There's going to be some data storing stuff I got to do, some stress testing to get some errors out of the system. But other than that, this shit done, son. Sort of. Probably not. I'm probably going to be working on this for the rest of time. I swear, every time I say it's done, there's 5, 6 more hours to do. So, booyah.